shit, that was pretty good. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, HAKMAN. In today's video, I'll be reviewing a 2020 Audi A5 Progressive S-Line. Be sure to like and subscribe the video and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our future videos. What does the A5 Sportback compete with? Its direct competitor would be the 430i Grand Coupe. The Mercedes C300 is an honorable mention. It's a sedan and it really competes with the A4, not the A5 Sportback. Since we always talk about all three Germans when we're talking about one, I just put the C300 there. However, there is another competitor that a lot of people don't talk about, which is the Kia Stinger GT. The Kia Stinger comes with a 2-liter turbo as well, and it comes with a 3.3-liter twin turbo engine. Now, if you get the 2-liter turbo, it's much cheaper than the A5 Sportback, and it's much cheaper than the 430i. But if you get the 3.3-liter GT all-wheel drive, it's comparable in price to the 430 and the Audi A5 Sportback. It does look pretty unique when it's standing amidst all three of them. It has really sharp lines on the hood. The mirrors on the side, they look very futuristic, although they are on the small side. And the sloping roof on it makes it stand out a lot. Luxury is still synonymous with this Audi A5, even though it's more sportier than before. The interior on it is very good quality, but it does look very dull when it's just this grayish black one tone that Audi's using on the progressive models. All three competitors make a good interior. If there was one interior that I had to pick on, it would be the Kia interior, just because they've done a good job, but compared to the three Germans, it still looks a little outdated. BMW has come a long way with their interiors. They used to be plain and dull, but now they make a good interior. I think all three Germans are trying to go for a simplistic yet luxurious looking interior. It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine, like most cars these days. It generates 248 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, but I'm pretty sure Audi understated those numbers. Those numbers are quite understated from the launches that I did. This thing really feels much more than that. And if you're in the market for a Sportback, I think you can't go wrong with this A5. Whoa, shit. Holy shit, that was pretty good. The 7-speed dual clutch transmission paired with this engine really makes a difference, and this car is obviously lighter than that Q5. It's always willing to engage and take the car to redline in dynamic mode. I'm gonna switch it to comfort. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, effortless driving. It does do 0 to 60 faster than a BMW 430i, which it competes with. A lot of people think that Audis are just boring and plain cars. This A5 is very sporty, and surprisingly, the comfort didn't go down with it being sport. What are the things that I like about this A5? Well, just like that Audi Q5, I love the virtual cockpit that Audi has. It's such a beautifully laid out display that you can't go wrong with it. Sometimes it's a little distracting because you're admiring how it's right in your view while you're driving. Again, as I said before, I love the responsiveness of this engine, but I think that has to do with it being paired to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission instead of an 8-speed automatic. It just changes the character of the car so much that for a second I thought I was sitting in those older S4s, because that supercharging whine that they used to make, although it was quite muted, it does remind you of those. If you've driven those B8, B8.5 S4s, you will still appreciate this A5 if you're looking for better fuel economy compared to the S5. There's not much that I don't like about this Audi, but I do think that the cup holders in it I find are a little annoying, because if you put a larger bottle in it, you can't really fit it in there, and it hits your climate control buttons, so it kind of makes it really annoying. I do wish Audi made a full panoramic sunroof. They do have a larger sunroof than usual, but it would have been nice to have a full sunroof that goes all the way back and your passengers can enjoy the blue skies, or the long drives. As much as I hate those side mirrors when I'm driving, when you look at them, they just look really nice and clean. When you look at Audi's lineup, they all look very similar. This A5 Sportback, because of that S-Line package, looks a lot like the S7 and the RS7 of today, which is a very good thing, because I do think 7 platform is one of the best looking cars that Audi makes. Depending on the options you choose, and in the case of the Kia Stinger, the engine, if you choose the 3.3 liter, all of them, the Audi, Mercedes, BMW, and the Kia, they're very comparable in price. You're looking at a price range of 50 to 60,000. If you're looking for the best of 3 worlds, meaning sedans, hot hatch, small SUV, the A5 combines all 3 of them and gives you one package for everyday use. Audi has redefined the word hot hatch, and now the new word for it is Sportback, and they do a really good job with it. BMW's been doing it with their Grand Coupes. Kia Stinger is kind of based on that platform. So these are very versatile cars. It just depends on what you're looking for. The Kia Stinger GT all-wheel drive 3.3 liter twin turbo would be the best bang for your buck, because it's comparable to in price with the 430i and the A5 Sportback. That's only if you are one of those people who doesn't care about the name brand and are willing to give the new kid on the block a chance. The Kia does a really good job in giving you the best bang for your buck. Sure, the interior is not on par with the Germans yet, but the performance when compared to the 430i and the A5 Sportback is more than what you would bargain for in these two. Might not be a bad option to try over all 3 of the Germans. That's it for this week's episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next week. HAKMAN out.